So, welcome everybody back to another video. I will be having an end of season review coming out very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, revolving around Tottenham Hotspur. I don't want this to be a Spurs channel, but I will be uploading in landmark moments of the season, such as the end of the season and throughout the summer, or rather at the end of the summer. And yeah, but today we are going to be dissecting this good YouTuber called Wright TV. And on his second channel, which is basically an Arsenal channel, we're going to be watching Arsenal Disrespect is back. So yeah, we know what to expect with this one. We might as well just get into it. So, yeah, let's go.
The Arsenal Disrespect is officially back in business. For me, this is absolutely obscene. It's obscene. And I'm talking about this to rival fan. We're going to break down the media, fans, rival fans, the social media narrative now about Arsenal after Manchester City's win against Tottenham. For me, is absolutely obscene.
It's obscene.
I'm going to be honest. For me, it's crazy. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video. Big up to everyone. We just did 6,000 subscribers, and now we're on the way to 6,200. So make sure you go down, hit that subscribe button, and drop a like on the video. Now, looking at this going into the last weekend of the Premier League season, the likelihood of Manchester City lifting the Premier League trophy has been significantly increased due to their 2-0 win away against Tottenham. Now, as it stands, Manchester City are on 88 points, Arsenal are on 86. You know, Manchester City have scored more goals now. They've closed their gap on the goal difference, and they're currently 2 points ahead, and they play West Ham at home on Sunday in the Premier League at 4 o'clock, as well as Arsenal play Everton. All of a sudden now, because the likelihood is not certain, it's not 100% going to happen, but the likelihood is now that Manchester City will win the Premier League. The disrespect on Arsenal, and look, I have no dog in this fight. I have no horse in this race.
Yeah, you do have a dog in this fight, and you do have a horse in this race, because one, you are a Spurs fan, so you cannot be fully unbiased here. Let's be completely honest, unless you're grifting, which you are. Two, you have a major stock in Arsenal, because this gives you content. The Arsenal disrespect from the media, all the media sabotage and all that shit, it gives you ammo for these videos, which net you views. And let's be honest, you're only doing these videos for views, clicks, likes, traction. You do not believe what you are saying. Why? Because when you're with Lee Gunner, you concur with what he says, and that what he says is the antithesis of this. The antithesis of this shit. So don't come with that. You are lying through your teeth, and you do have a dog in this race, because this shit gives you content. So don't lie.
I'm a Tottenham fan looking at this logically, because on this channel, we have no bias. We try to give an honest opinion. Sometimes we get criticised, sometimes we get praised, and that's life. But this Arsenal team has been practically unbelievable throughout the majority of this season, for 90% of this Premier League season. 37 games played, 27 wins, 7 draws, 3 defeats for Manchester City. For Arsenal, 37 games played, 27 wins, 5 draws, 5 defeats. There's 4 goals in it between Arsenal and Manchester City. Arsenal have the best defence, the best goal difference. The last game they lost, you know, I believe they've won something like, if they win against Everton, they would have won 12 of their last 14 games. You know, the last Premier League defeat they had on the 14th of April. Before that, you're looking at January. They've had 2 Premier League defeats since the turn of the year. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I think the rough numbers are. Since they've come back from the Dubai kind of
you can tell he's just reading his notes here. Like, look at this. Look at him. Look at him reading his notes. It's he looked up all the positive Arsenal statistics that he could, and he's reading them off. He's rattling them off. I know Henry Wright TV. I've been watching him for a while, and he is grifting harder than ever. He's always been a shameless bastard. Let's be honest. He begs for likes and whatnot pretty much every minute of every stream. And I've stopped watching him now because I just can't take him. And his channel has just gone down here big time. But yeah, he's speaking out of his arse, as a lot of YouTubers do. The Football Terrace, him. It's funny how he's started appearing on the Football Terrace now as well. Doesn't stream with Lee Gunner anymore. Has anyone noticed that? Doesn't stream with Lee Gunner anymore. Lee indirects him on his streams, calling the likes of Goldfish, Rory Jennings, and all those other people out. But it's funny how they don't stream. It's almost like he is being disingenuous, and he is selling his soul for a pound note. Wow. Okay.
Time off they had. Everyone has been nothing but complimentary to Arsenal, saying how brilliant.
Hold on. The title of the video is Arsenal Disrespect is Back. And now you're saying no one's been anything but complimentary about Arsenal. Which one is it? Like, or are you just talking about the YouTubers who are grifting for views like yourself? Saying that Arsenal disrespect is back, that they're hated, they're champions, they're scary. Which one is it, man? Which one is it? Arsenal disrespect is back. Then why is everyone so complimentary of them? I don't know. Please clarify, Henry Wright.
Because they have been. They've been very, very strong throughout 90% of the Premier League season. And there is no shame losing to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. You're talking about the best manager in the world, the best squad in the world, the best director of football in Tixie Bergenstein in the world, Kevin De Bruyne, Foden, Haaland. The talent they have got in that squad is simply generate.
Hello, I'm Liam Neeson.
Oh,
and this is urgent.
Another ad. Fucking
Right
hell,
now,
how many have I had? By the way, Henry Wright is the only YouTuber I watch in general, not even in football content, to put double unskippables at the start of his video. This is how desperate this guy is.
They've got probably the best defensive midfielder in the world in Rodri, some of the best defenders, some of the best attack. Their team is
cool. How did that stop Arsenal from dropping points against Fulham when they were 2-1 up? How did that stop them from getting smashed by Villa? How? Please explain how City was involved in these turn of events. Because it was all in their hands at some point, and they threw it away. How is that City's fault? I don't understand.
Absolute joke. But Arsenal have pushed them to the very, 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 very end. Jurgen Klopp lost the Premier League title race by 1 point. But Jurgen Klopp is basically regarded as one of the greatest managers the Premier League's ever seen.
Because he actually won trophies, you idiot. He actually won trophies along the way. He didn't just challenge for the league and not win fuck all for 4 years. He won FA Cups, Club World Cups, a Champions League, a Premier League. How many Carabao Cups? I don't know. He's won it all. And you're comparing him to Mikel Arteta. They're not comparable. They're not comparable, but it suits the narrative, doesn't it? You're playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, the guy only won one Premier League trophy, which is less than Jose, Wenger, Ferguson. It's the same amount as Ancelotti and Kenny Dalglish. Now, of course, context needs to be applied. Jurgen Klopp took over a Liverpool team that was absolutely dusted and took them all the way to winning a Champions League and a Premier League. But when you speak about Jurgen Klopp, the narrative is immediately, he's a great manager. Arsenal have won an FA Cup, have been in 2 title races in the 4 years he's been there, and genuinely have looked very, very strong this season.
Cool. Did they get the looking strong trophy? He's won one FA Cup in 4 years. No other manager at a top club has won nothing in 4 years while remaining for those 4 years. No one. At least not in English football. I don't know about other leagues, but...
If they win on Sunday against Everton and Man City win on Sunday against West Ham, they've lost a Premier League title by 2 points. By 2 points. Like last season, the Premier League was won by 5 points, so there's obviously progress there. The season before that, it was 1 point between
He's using
City
all the right
Liverpool.
buzzwords.
The season before that, Manchester City won it by 12 points. The season before that, 19-20, Liverpool won it by 17 points. 18-19, Manchester City won it by a point. 17-18, Man City won it by 19 points. And 16-17, Chelsea beat Tottenham by 7 points. So to lose to the greatest manager in the world and arguably the greatest manager of all time by 2 Premier League points, to call this a flop, to want Arteta out for me, is absolutely mad. What I will say...
Were you saying the same thing to Lee Gunner when you used to stream with him? Coincidentally, that you don't do anymore. Did you say the same, or did you agree with him? Like a little sheep. Like, which one was your real opinion then? Were you just agreeing with him for the sake of it, or is this what you genuinely thought? I don't know. Maybe you should tell me. Message me, Henry. Tell me, please.
Next season, Arteta has to win a big, major honour. And that's no disrespect to Mikel Arteta, but you can't go and spend, let's say they're doing another 150, 200 million this summer, which is what all the reports are saying, which, let's be honest, quite easily could happen when you look at their Champions League revenue, their Premier League revenue, their TV money. That would be £850 million spent under Arteta. And so far, the only trophy they have won is an FA Cup. Now, of course, you can bring in context. Chelsea has spent £1 billion in 3 years or whatever it is. But their team is...
What's Chelsea got to do with the fact that Arsenal have been shit? They've both been shit. They've just been less shit than each other. Arsenal have won one FA Cup in 4 years. Chelsea have won a Champions League in that period. Yeah, whatever suits the narrative, though.
We're near the level Arsenal is. I think at this moment in time, Mauricio Pochettino is not as good manager as Arteta. I think Arteta has brought in some brilliant signings, the likes of Wright, Rice, Gabriel, Martin Odegaard. They've made some absolutely brilliant signings. For them, it's about just trying to strengthen. You are up against the team to beat. Let's be honest, they probably should have beaten Real Madrid. And you're talking about one of the only teams in football ever to potentially do 2 back-to-back trebles. I think the closest anyone has been is when Johan Cruyff's Ajax side in the Eredivisie in the 70s, or the 80s, sorry, I think they won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, but one of those years he did a treble, and one of those years he did a double, which is what Manchester City, funny enough, could do this season. Like, they've made huge progress this year. Everyone thought that last year was going to be a one-off. It was going to be the anomaly. It was going to be, Arsenal can't go and do it again. And they've proven a lot of people wrong this year. As it stands, there is 2 points between Arsenal and Manchester City. The gap between Arsenal and Liverpool is 7 points. The gap between Arsenal and Aston Villa is 18 points. And the gap between Arsenal and Spurs, who are in 5th, is 23 points. It's going to be a 2-horse race next season and potentially the season after. But Arsenal do need to get over the line. 2 things can be right at once. You can...
Oh, he got that one from Terry. You can tell he's been hanging around Mr. Terry Flowers.
Critique when there should be criticism, in my opinion. But right now, I don't think the criticism is valid. They are going in the right direction, in my opinion. They've made lots of good signings in the last few years. Now they probably need to get rid of a couple of players. Nketiah, Jesus could probably go. Zinchenko. You bring in Timber, let him get a few months under his belt at an Arsenal shirt, because let's be honest, he didn't really go to plan last season, or this season, sorry, because of his big injury. But I just don't buy the narrative that Arteta should be sacked. I don't buy the narrative that Arsenal are in the mud, or that the media at the moment is criticising Arteta. And yeah, sometimes the criticism can be justified because of certain tactics or in-game management hasn't gone to plan. But as it stands right now, Arsenal are
in a
very strong position. They're better than 19 teams in the Premier League. And the only team you're not better than currently is about to win its 4th Premier League title on the bounce and 6 Premier League titles.
Didn't have to be this way if they won their games that they should have.
I don't think people understand how strong this Manchester City side is, and they're only 2 points ahead of Arsenal. You know, Man City narrowly won the league not once but twice by beating Liverpool by 1 point. But eventually...
Yeah, but Liverpool actually won other trophies.
Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool won the Champions League, won 2 League Cups, an FA Cup, a Super Cup, a Club World Cup.
Yes, they did.
If I'm going to be completely and brutally honest, I think the disrespect is absolutely insane. Genuinely, I think it's absolutely insane.
Is it? The disrespect is absolutely insane. Okay. This is coming from a Spurs fan. Twerking your batty. Twerking your bum for Arsenal. For a few extra bucks. You are a freaking fucking disgrace. You are a freaking fucking disgrace, you. Seriously. I'm sick of this guy. This guy's a fucking wanker. Can't take him. Arsenal disrespected. Let's take a look at his channel before we wrap this up. Surprised I didn't get a double unskippable for that as well. Arsenal will be back soon. Arsenal disrespect is back. Let's go to his videos. Man City will be champions. He only made that video because Spurs played them. Also, why is it on this channel and not his first one? I don't know. Tottenham to end City's title hopes. Yeah, okay. Really? Arsenal are mentality monsters. Are they now? Arsenal must win. Man City, it seems to be just Arsenal content with a few sprinklings of every now and then some Liverpool, some City, very, very, very occasionally some Man United if they're playing and they're finished, as you can see here. Arsenal are incredible. Oh, whose business is it, especially as a Tottenham fan, to be telling people Arsenal are incredible? Mind your fucking business. If you want to talk about Arsenal and give your opinion on it, why don't you just give your opinion on it? And I know you're not giving your real opinion on it because this isn't your real opinion. This is not the Henry Wright I know. You are twerking. Twerking for the note. You should be working in a strip club. Seriously. Haley Wright TV, you should be in a strip club with the amount of twerking you're doing. Anyway, I think we all know what time it is now. I just want to say thank you all for watching. Season review for Tottenham Hotspur will be up soon. So yeah, see you then. Bye.